Another World Junior Championship comes to an end, and Team USA, with a great run, ends up with the silver medal, losing a tight one to Team Finland on Saturday night. And joining us now is the guy that really was involved with putting that roster together, John Vanbiesbrouck from Team USA and USA Hockey. And, John, I want to start with just asking you, how about this whole process? Because this is the first time that you've really gone through this as the guy. What was that like for you and as you watched this tournament unfold?
Yeah, thanks, EJ, and it's good to be on with you. The process was, I thought, we worked real hard at putting together 44 players to bringing them out to Kamloops to start in the summer, and I thought that, as we broke from there, we had some good candidates for the team. We had some good stories, obviously, with Jack Hughes and Quinn Hughes as brothers, the combo going to play together in the tournament. But I thought we had good balance, and when you're putting together teams like this, you want to spend a lot of time talking to your coaches. I thought we had good communication with our staff to ask them how they wanted to use guys in different situations and how our power play, penalty killing, goaltending, all that stuff came together. So it was a real good communication piece, and I think everybody saw what played out. It was a great experience.
John, I watched Saturday night. It was so hard going down 2-0 for the Americans. I'm wondering what your opinion was on the gold medal game and how it all played out.
Yeah, Ryan, I think that we all sat on pins and needles there.
Yeah.
And, what happens is you win a quarterfinal game, you get past the Czechs, and then you think you're going to have a great, run here, but your opponent then is Russia. And we played a really heavy game against them. We got a break in that game where we had a goal disallowed. Went off escape, but we got the break and won a game where we defended for 20 minutes. And then we faced a team in Finland prior to them in the finals and had a really good game against them. We outchanced them double. But as you know, it's hard to beat a team twice, especially in back-to-back games. But, we didn't get the break in that game. We scored a power play goal that was disallowed early. And, it's hard to overcome those things. But the guys laid it all on the line. And, I'd love to say that the game just comes down to breaks, but our third period, we came back, we tied the score, and then we had a breakaway by Jack Hughes, and our goalie made a save. So we had our opportunities, and we have no regrets.
John, you mentioned earlier in this conversation, the Hughes brothers obviously dominating the headlines coming into this tournament, but Ryan Poehling actually led your team offensively. What did you like about the way he played, and how important was he to the success of Team USA?
Yeah, Jackie, I think that, Ryan not only emerged in the tournament as a great player, he was the MVP of the tournament, especially as a forward, but he led our team. He was great off the ice. I just think that Ryan Poehling is growing as a player. And, what the great thing about this tournament is players emerge right in front of your eyes, and we saw that with Ryan. And, when you can get scoring and consistent scoring, it's hard to do in a tournament. But also he played away from the puck really well and was a leader. And we got, when we started him on left wing, and then when we moved him back to center, he really took off. So the little tweaks and things that you do in a tournament to see players playing in their position.
Got to ask you about your goaltender. That's the position that you played so long and so well at. Cayden Primeau, I was really impressed with his demeanor as the tournament unfolded. Give me your thoughts on the goaltender.
Yeah, Cayden really jumped up. As you know, he wasn't slated as being the starter. Kyle Kaiser was in that role, and then Kaiser got a little bit of an ailment, which allowed Primeau to play. And then once he got in the net, he didn't allow anybody to take the net from him because he played so well. His preparation is really starting to formulate. He's getting, into that zone, if you want to call it a zone, and it really it carried out into the games where, he gave us a chance to win. He played, he was our best player in the game against Russia, which is what you need. In most case scenarios, he was our best penalty killer when he was called on. So Cayden's really emerging. He's got the skill set. He's got the size. Montreal getting him in the 7th round is looking like a steal.
I'm wondering, a lot of people knew the big names going in, the Captain Anderson, the Hughes brothers, and you win as a team and you lose as a team. But anyone really stick out to you in particular that really kind of impressed you, maybe went above and beyond the expectations you and the coaching staff had?
Well, we got some great individual performances, and as we we look back on them, and I think Sasha Shemelveski really emerged as a two-way player, a 200-foot guy that, we had more in a defensive side of the role, and then all of a sudden his puck possession and skills started to emerge. So I'd say, Sasha Shemelveski, for me, was the surprise of the tournament. But we got so many guys, that stepped up. I thought that Matthias Samuelsson, as a 2000 birth, really stepped up. He did things defensively that we needed from him. He's got the potential to be back in the tournament. And when, you can play a bit of a role where you're, we call it the beast role, right? He can block shots, he can finish checks and get the pucks out. I mean, sometimes that stuff doesn't look, on the scoreboard, he's not getting points, but those are the things as you move forward, as you put together teams, are the reliable people that you need.
All right, I got to ask you one thing about next year with this tournament, because the way they formulate the A pool and the B pool is by the results of the tournament that you just had, and the pool that Team USA has landed in is not going to be easy. Russia, Canada, Czech Republic, Germany in Pool B. The Czech Republic is the host country. You see the A group there. The one thing that people should know is that the Czech Republic, as the home country, can make one change to the groups. When you look at this has got to be a monster to look at next year. A lot of fun for fans, but probably difficult for the U.S. to kind of deal with that grouping. That's going to be tough. Yeah,
it's very tough. It's going to be a daunting task, but that's the way it falls. It falls the same way for everybody. As we look forward, I think we're going to have, again, a balanced team. Our U18 team right now has some really good forwards on it that, we haven't really spoken about. But as you guys carry on and you start to move towards the draft, you're going to start talking about some of the Turcottes and the Boldies and the Zegerases that have potential to be on this team. And then there's other players out there. Bobby Brink's having a great year in the USHL. And, it's one of those things where, when we look at the pool play, that's one thing. When we look at the crossover play, that's another, because, the big games are when you get to the quarters and, we cross over at that time, but you got to make it there in order to cross over.
All right, well, listen, John, congratulations again on the silver medal. Another medal for the Americans.
Terrific.
They just keep doing it. Congratulations, and thanks for your time today. We appreciate it.